So, what's up? What's up, y'all? For real though, who is this Bilaal? Brother Bilaal. Okay, yeah, we know Will Smith's good friend that spanned from decades, okay? From the same hometown. Been down since, like I said, decades. Will Smith gave him a job as his assistant. Therefore, this gentleman has been around the family for quite some time. Okay? Now, all things alleged. Just my opinion, but I'm telling y'all, when I came across this interview, but let me say this too, though. I understand why Will Smith done gave a statement now. I understand, because sometimes, you know, you like, I ain't gonna get into that. I done gave enough statements throughout this year, the year before, because, you know, Jada, she been on her own run. She been on her own run with this book and her public healing and how she chooses to do things. And at this point, I'm just like, when is enough enough? Or breaking down somebody to what extent? What is behind all of this? Your friend? Who needs friends nowadays when it turns out to be this? And you know what? This can happen with money, without money. But when I saw Brother Bilaal on this YouTube interview with this man that was interviewing him, he goes by Dre Gorgeous. And when I tell you, I just listened to certain pieces of it, but this man was getting so, Brother Bilaal, aggressive at times, talking about Will Smith. I'm like, okay, what you really mad about? Because this is a lot of aggression you giving. I mean, he was like telling Will Smith, basically talking to him to the camera like, you a worker, you a worker, you a worker. I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it. Okay, you got your book. You got your book. You on your tour now. You on your tour. But to have, I'm like, oh my gosh, did you just listen to Cardi B? You were a worker. I'm making money. But it was a lot, y'all. I'm like, okay, did you just listen to I Have a Dream speech? My eyes have seen the glory. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, it was just so much going on for what I could tolerate with that interview. But like I said, I mean, because he was like, if Will Smith is worth this many millions on top of millions on top of millions. Now, I'm not giving it to you verbatim, but he talked about, you know, his value, his net worth. He said, if Will Smith is worth this much money, then the ones behind him is worth X amount of dollars. So he kind of put it out there like he's working for that money. The way it's set up, he's not his own boss. He has to answer to XYZ. Well, just my opinion. I think we all got somebody to answer to. Okay. Whether it's here on earth or what you believe in, I think we all do. I mean, even as an entrepreneur, those who are even entrepreneurs, it's still a guideline. It's still a protocol. Unless you're going to be put out of business, it's a way to do business. So with him putting out this book, I sure hope it's worth it. I sure hope it's worth it. Because some things I just feel like, I mean, personally, it ain't worth putting your mouth on any and everything. That's just my opinion, like I said. But everybody's mind operates so differently. Everybody's upbringing is not the same as somebody else's upbringing. Whatever was going on in your household or whatever, you know, you was taught throughout the years and how it formulates you into the person that you are today. If it's a time that ever comes where you have to put away childish things, Sometimes it happens, sometimes it's not. I don't know this man's story. We don't know this man's story as to why. What is the reasoning behind this? But like I said, I hope it's worth it. So, as far as Will Smith putting out this statement, according to the Economic Times, the synopsis, the caption is completely fabricated. Will Smith breaks silence on Dwayne Martin affair allegations. Okay, so the synopsis: dismissing the allegations made by his former personal assistant, Brother Bilaal, as unequivocally false. A spokesperson for actor Will Smith labeled the assertions as completely fabricated. The spokesperson stated that Will Smith is contemplating legal action in response to the accusations. Okay. In an interview promoting his new book, Will Smith, Demonic Circle, Bilaal claimed to have witnessed Smith and Martin engage in the latter's dressing room. So the story goes on. Like I said, that was a synopsis. So the story goes on about Brother Bilaal, what he allegedly walked in on set. Brother Bilaal is definitely on he's trying to promote his book, you know. We saw, or some of us saw, that, you know, this interview is coming up with Tasha K. Okay. And I'm sure this is not the end. We'll see more of him. I'm sure we'll see more of him because, you know, he was kind of putting out there too on this gentleman's YouTube show, Dre, that he would like to be on others, their pages as well for interviews to promote. To me, it's just a lot to unfold. It's really nothing to unfold. Do you really care? I mean, because certain rumors are just going to always circulate, whether the truth is found out or not. Who knows? Are you going to stop supporting Will Smith if something was to come out to be the truth? I mean, like I said, things have been swirling. People's names caught up in XYZ. But again, when is it enough? When is enough enough? And how far can you break down a person? Man, being in the public eye, yes, it comes with it. But I feel like, too, sometimes you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You know, we knew Will Smith, I guess, initially as the rapper. Then, you know, he gets this TV show eventually, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, that was based off of the executive producer's life. Loosely based or based off of. Don't quote me on that. Okay, we know the likes of Quincy Jones' name was associated on that show that was credited. You know, we saw who the actors were, Tatiana Ali, on and on. We know that Dwayne Martin, he's an actor. I think he was supposed to have a basketball career, but for whatever reason, that didn't work out. He started auditioning, met Tisha Campbell along the way. They got married. Then, you know, they got a divorce after some years. One day you have Lisa Raye, you know, actress Lisa Raye, who comes out with her story concerning as to possibly, allegedly, why her marriage didn't work out. Hollywood, to me, is just it can be a vicious world. It can be a vicious world. Life can be vicious, depending on who you choose to follow, who you choose to listen to, what you put before your eyes, who you surround yourself with, the company that you keep, what you will and will not do. Some things should remain private, because just because you might be even telling your truth, I understand, people have testimonies they want to share, but next thing you know, they done twisted your truth into something to fit whatever it is that person may want to run with. Same thing goes for, you can't have everybody in your house. You cannot have everybody in your house. Your house, your home is sacred. There again, people think, I don't know if people's minds become delusional at moments. What they think they seeing, it is not really so. What they think they thinking is not really so. Or maybe what they are seeing is really the truth. But if something is just that bad, if something is just that bad that you don't agree with, why not walk away? Why not walk away? Be done with it. If it was nothing that personally harmed you or your family, why not walk away and be done with it? If it was something that physically harmed you, if it's something that you do have to take legal action with, okay. But now we got Tell All Books coming out. We got Tell All Books, and we know what that can be about. It's like everybody chasing a bag. Everybody trying to make a coin out of something. But when it's not for the good, that's when it's like, okay. All right. It makes me question things. Because, I'm seeing pictures of Brother Bilaal rubbing elbows with this person, that person. I mean, hey, by this time, if your friendship or as his assistant done span from that amount of time, was you able to make some connections to do something as far as maybe, I don't know, maybe the money wasn't coming in as much like it once was. Meaning, yeah, Will Smith, I believe he set for life and then some, including not only his kids, but the grandkids, if he had grandkids, the great grands, and on and on. I believe, like, for real, when people talk about that legacy money and getting it and, doing the investments and, oh yeah, I think the Smith family is gonna be all right, and then some. Now, if it was enough money for Brother Bilaal, for generations to come, I don't know. Who knows what the falling out could have been about? But it had to be about something to go this far. To go this far. To do this tell-all book. Just a different time. Just a different time that we live in. I know tell-all books have came out before. So, I guess maybe he's hoping it's going to be a bestseller to bring him in some money. But to what extent? What was I'm really boggled by this. I'm bothered by it too at the same time. But of course, you cannot understand the psyche of people's minds and as to why they do it. But really, I'm not saying if he's right. I'm not saying if he's wrong. That's his book that he done chose to write. That was Will Smith's assistant at one point in time that he chose to give a helping hand. And it's, to me, I've heard of people, people helping out people. And I'm just talking about everyday regular folk. You choose to help out people. You're doing well yourself. And it's like, wow, I don't want to see my brother down. I don't want to see my sister down. I want to help out a family member. You choose to help because you've been blessed. You done learned some things along the way. You want to help. You want to be a blessing. And then you find out not everybody can handle that blessing. A person needs rest. Give them somewhere to rest their head at. Than to stab you in the back. To degrade you. To talk about your family. A person wants to start a business. Okay, you help them out. You got a building available, okay? You got a domain available. You help them out. Once they get things to rolling, guess what? They don't want to pay you rent. They don't think they have to give back now to do their part. Cause you asking for what's rightfully yours. It just makes you think. It was a story in the news not long ago. I forgot what state it happened in, but it was a fast food workplace. The manager was trying to help out the coworker. He needed a place to stay. Well, when the coworker was asked to leave from living with the manager, that didn't work out too well. That coworker did something horrific to his manager. And now that family has to live with that. It will make you feel like, dang, do I even want to help anybody nowadays? But I say, yeah. Because you still got some good people out there, but have your boundaries.